Let me ask you something. How many times have you felt fired up to change your life, maybe after watching a motivational video, reading a powerful quote, or hearing a speech that lit a fire in you, only to feel that fire completely burn out just days later? You told yourself you'd wake up early, but then you hit snooze. You planned to start the gym, but it rained that day. You swore you'd write that book, launch that project, change that habit, but somehow life got in the way. This isn't your fault. It's because motivation is a spark, but discipline is the fuel. And if you've been relying on motivation alone to build your future, you're standing on a foundation made of sand. Today, we're going to show you exactly why motivation fails and how discipline is the only thing that will save you when it does. This isn't just theory, this is real, this is proven, and this could be the moment everything in your life starts to change. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Motivation is unreliable. It's emotional, it's unpredictable. It comes and goes like the wind. One day, you're fired up. The next, you can't even get out of bed, and yet we've built an entire culture around it. Stay motivated, get inspired, find your why. But let me ask you, how often has being motivated alone gotten you results? Motivation is great. For starting, it's like a match. It flares up fast, bright hot hand, then it dies. Discipline, that's the firewood. That's the system. That's what keeps burning even when the spark disappears. It doesn't care if you feel like it or not, it just gets it done. Let's look at the science. Psychologists define discipline as the ability to do what you should do, when you should do it, whether you feel like it or not. In other words, it's about habit, not emotion. It's about wiring your brain for follow-through even when your emotions say otherwise. Studies in behavioral psychology show that when people use implementation and actionable plans triggered by specific cues, they're far more likely to succeed. Example, if I wake up at 6 a.m., I will stretch for 5 minutes before checking my phone. That's not motivation. That's discipline. It removes choice and turns action into routine. Neuroscience backs this up too. Repeated disciplined actions create new neural pathways. The more consistent you are, the more those pathways strengthen. Over time, it becomes who you are, not just what you do. It's not dependent on your mood. It's anchored in your identity. Let's get real. Everyone wants success. Everyone wants to be healthy, wealthy, respected, fulfilled. But wanting doesn't win. Discipline does. Think about the people you admire most. Athletes, artists, entrepreneurs, high performers. Do you think they felt motivated every single day? No chance. Kobe Bryant once said, "I'm not afraid of failure. I'm afraid of not trying." Do you know what made him legendary? It wasn't talent alone, it was showing up to train at 4 a.m. while others were still sleeping. Jocko Willink, a retired Navy SEAL and leadership expert, famously posts a picture of his watch every day at 4:30 a.m. not to show off, but to remind the world. Discipline equals freedom. Even when he doesn't feel like it, he shows up. That's what builds greatness. That's what builds not words, not hype, not mood, action. The reason motivation fails is because it depends on how you feel in the moment. And feelings are slippery. You're tired. You're busy. It's raining. You didn't sleep well. You're stressed. Guess what? Life doesn't care. If your actions are based on feelings, your results will be inconsistent. But if your actions are based on discipline, your results become inevitable. Here's the difference in one sentence. Motivation says, "I feel like doing this." Discipline says, "I do this because I said I would." One fades. The other forges you. So how do you build this muscle called discipline? It's simpler than you think, but it's not always easy. 1. Create a non-negotiable routine. Don't just try to do something, design it into your day. If it's not scheduled, it's optional. If it's optional, it's unlikely. 2. Start small, stay consistent. Discipline isn't built by doing huge things once. It's built by doing small things daily. 1 glass of water in the morning, 10 minutes of reading, 5 minutes of movement. One win leads to another. 3. Remove friction. Make the good thing easy and the bad thing hard. Lay out your workout clothes the night before. Put your phone in another room during focus time. Discipline is often about environment, not willpower. 4. Track your wins. Momentum matters. Seeing your streaks, seeing your effort builds pride, and pride reinforces behavior. 5. Forgive yourself, but don't coddle yourself. You will slip. You will fall. But discipline isn't about perfection. It's about return. Get back up. Every time. Here's what no one tells you. Discipline actually makes life easier, not harder. Because instead of wrestling with guilt, indecision, or regret, you just do what needs to be done. You stop wasting energy negotiating with yourself. You don't need to find motivation, because you already have momentum. Discipline builds confidence, confidence builds belief, belief builds momentum, and momentum builds results. And then the best part happens. You become someone who does what they say, someone who trusts themselves, someone who doesn't wait for the perfect moment, they create it. That's a life most people never reach. Not because they can't, but because they waited to feel like it. Well, you just did it anyway. Look, motivation can be a great spark. It can get you started, but it was never meant to carry you to the finish line, because the real world doesn't reward starters. It rewards finishers, and finishers don't rely on feelings, they rely on discipline. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to feel ready. You just have to begin, and then repeat. Even when it's boring, even when it's hard, even when you don't want to. Especially then, because that's when the transformation happens. That's when you separate yourself. That's when you stop being driven by emotions and start being powered by purpose. You don't need more motivation. You need more discipline. And the proof, your future self will be all the evidence you need. If this message hit home, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone you care about, someone who's waiting for a sign. This is it. And if you're ready to become the kind of person who follows through no matter what, hit that subscribe button and join the RiseMind Fuel community. We're not here for hype, we're here for habits that last. You've got the fire inside you now, it's time to feed it daily. Discipline will take you where motivation never could. Stay strong, stay consistent, keep rising.